Hi, my name is Cheryl Spangler, and welcome to my Friday noon live stream. And this is one of the first live streams on YouTube since I decided to revise my YouTube channel. So if you're just now seeing this and you don't know who I am, I have the YouTube channel, Good Side of Crypto. And today we're going to dive right into I feel like one of the most important upcoming things you're going to hear more and more about is called social tokens. And the reason that I really love this topic is because I have created my own community token, which basically is a social token. So I'm going to try to keep this at 15 minutes or less on Fridays. But if you see this on the replay, or you see this later on today, drop a comment on if you have a community you're building on Facebook, if you have a community you're building on LinkedIn, like wherever, or if you are an athlete, a musician, an artist of literally any kind where you're growing your own fan base. So I basically wanted to go through and first say, like, what is a community token? What is a social token? Because basically they go by three different terms. Social token is literally the ability to give stakeholders the ability to give holders a stake in the success of you as a creator, or into your community, or a stake in your organization. And so basically it could be an individual creator, artist, musician, athlete, literally anyone. I mean, anyone. Like, you know how many groups are created on Facebook? Over 600 million actually in 2020, I believe. And every one of those groups are people who are wanting to build a community around their topic. Well, it doesn't have to be celebrity, but I want to show you 2 or 3 examples that will give you an idea of people who have like really branched out, when things were really new, which really this social token, community token, DAO, which stands for DAO, which stands for a decentralized autonomous organization. These really just started getting popular in 2020. So I'm going to share my screen in just a second and show you how the Washington Wizards point guard, Spencer Dinwiddie, did this in 2020, launched his own social token representing himself as a professional athlete, and then also talk a little bit about community tokens, but also I'm going to show you where you can go. Now, this is just one example of a place. There are multiple, I would say, like platforms popping up where you can create your own token. And then finally, I'm going to show you how you can create it for practically nothing. Okay, you don't have to pay someone else to do it on Cardano. And that's just something because that's where I created it. And it literally only cost me seven Cardano coins, okay, which I believe at the time was only $1.50, to mint 50 million community tokens. All right, so first thing is there's social token, there's community token, and there's like DAO tokens, which is the decentralized autonomous organization tokens. And let me just go straight into Spencer Dinwiddie. If you don't know who he is, I mean, he just happened to, I live in Virginia in the Washington, D.C. area, so I'm using him as an example. So let me just do a share screen real quick. Okay. So let me just give you a little highlight on this guy. I don't know everything about it, but I just know that in 2020, during COVID, actually it was July, Spencer Dinwiddie, who's now with the Washington Wizards, he's a point guard. He created a social token which has the token identifier as SD26, which I'm guessing is his number. So I don't know everything, not a sports fanatic, but I think it's really cool because, he actually, one thing I do know is he actually thought he was very underrated during his original draft, right out of college. And basically what he did was he created this coin. It's an Ethereum based coin, because people probably ask me, what blockchain is it on? It's on Ethereum. Whereas at the end of this video, I'm going to show you how to create one on Cardano. But now you can create what they're called native tokens, which can be social tokens, community tokens, individual people tokens. They can be created on all blockchains that handle and have the ability to do either smart contracts or not smart contracts. Anyway, he created the SD26, which was one of the first professional athletic tokens. And it's on Ethereum. And his goal was to raise $13 million through the sale of 90 tokens, which each were going to cost $150,000. And he actually only raised 9, which is super successful. Selling any of them for $150,000 is amazing. He actually raised 1.35 million through the sale of this. And I'm going to take you to a website where you can actually look to see where those tokens are, who bought them, and everything. This is like the beauty of the blockchain, is that this is why it is going to become the future, because right now people and celebrities and influencers, or even people who want to be an influencer like YouTubers, they all base their clout in the world on followers. In the future, they're going to be based on their market cap, right? How many people actually invest and buy their token, and how many people really believe in them. But anyway, I'll talk about that in a minute. So Dinwiddie created this SD26. He sold 9 of them, and his utility of his token is that he was basically selling stake in his $34 million NBA contract. And so you might say, well, why would I want to create a token if I'm a musician or an artist or an athlete or whatever? Let me go to this other article. He took it to a new level, but let me just go back up here for a second. Why would you want to create that? Well, for the most part, people who are creating the social individual people tokens, they're actually giving people a stake in their future. In his case, he gave people a stake in his $34 million contract at the time. And he used it to raise funds to ultimately create what he did in 2021. So in July of 2020, he launched this token. He sold 9. He wanted to sell 90. And then in February of 2021, he launched it in 2020, in July. The minute he launched the token, he actually got COVID. So he never actually kind of took him out for a little bit. But in February of 2021, he launched an app called, Calaxy, Calaxy. Basically helps other entertainers raise funds. He raised funds, and now he's helping other people raise funds. So he launched this app, and this app is something that if you are an artist, you don't have to be an athlete, anything, you can go, this is just one example of how you can create your own coin with the help of kind of the notoriety of the app, I would say. It helps other entertainers raise funds. And the question is, what do you get if you're someone who buys someone's social token? You basically either get stake in a contract they have if they're celebrity focused, or you get stake in them as a person, like if you believe in their future. And one of the first people who ever did that was actually a guy named Alex. You can just search the $ALEX, and you'll find out about this kid who basically raised $22,000 selling stake in his own personal future, as far as like, how much do you believe in me, guys, on what I'm going to do over the next 5 years? I'm going to create a token to represent myself, and I'm going to launch it, and whoever buys it is basically, in his case, going to earn part of his earnings over the next 3 years. That's what the guy Alex did. But in this case, this guy Dinwiddie, he basically created his own coin, SD26, and he launched it on Ethereum. He raised $1.3 million. And then the next year, which is 2021 now, he has launched the Calaxy app. So let's just go to the Calaxy app. If you're interested in this. Now, you don't have to create your personal coin on here, and you don't have to be a celebrity. One of the things I like to always say is like, I want to help people realize that you don't have to be anyone great. You can go create a coin and begin building. What if, think of your favorite creator, your favorite speaker, your favorite community you hang on Facebook or LinkedIn or YouTube on. Who's the community that you follow the most? Who do you love? The creator that you love what they do, and like maybe they produce the best videos. I mean, maybe you follow a sewing video. There's a guy named Vincent R. Curry that actually has like one of the most popular sewing channels on YouTube. What if you are, following one of your favorite crypto communities, but that community ends up having a coin in the beginning when you're like, you know what, I really believe in this guy or girl or group or team, and I think that they're, based on their past experience and based on how they make me feel and their authenticity, I really believe that they're going to be something in the future. And so you're going to buy into some of their coins. Maybe you only spend $300, $500. I don't know. But maybe that $300 ends up being $10,000 in 3 years because of the value that they're providing and the amount of more people that buy into their coin. And then the market cap ends up being higher, and therefore the coin gets higher. But also there's other reasons why. Reasons that you would want to invest in creating your own either social token, which represents an individual, or community that you happen to be growing around a certain topic, is because people who invest and become holders of the coin get experiences within your community or from you as a creator that people that don't hold the coin wouldn't get. So you would get experiences, opportunities for experiences that no one else could get. You would become a stakeholder in their life, basically. I want to tell you a downside of that. It's actually so endless that we don't really even know right now what the possibilities are. And that is something that I am really, really challenged with creating, is what are all the utilities of a potential community that they could offer you, other than you're probably like, well, what is different than having a coin of a community than just being a part of a Patreon account? Because a Patreon account doesn't allow you to hold a digital asset that increases in value and buy and sell and trade it. And that's the difference. And as a side note, having the coin diffuses fake people, businesses, communities, and accounts. So I want to show you something real quick. And that is going back to Dinwiddie for just a minute. When he created his coin, there's a website called etherscan.io. I'm sure that you know of it. If you don't, check it out. It's where you can basically see every token that exists and who bought and sold and at what price. And it's a way you can validate. But this is the beauty of the blockchain. You create a social token, which he did, called ST26. And you can see down here that it says info. ST26, the first professional athlete investment token, represents a debt instrument issued by Spencer Dinwiddie using the Dream Fan Shares platform, which the Dream Fan Shares platform is this, right? It's Galaxy, but it's basically the same thing. And if you go to transfers, it tells you everyone that bought and sold how many days ago, and you can say, who are the holders of this token? And the holders you can see right here, and you can click on and find out actually what they bought. This person bought 2. Let's click on it. 439 days ago. Let me click on this a second. You can actually see that the Ether price of this was 242, which you got to figure out like how much he spent per ETH right now. Ethereum is under 3,000. So you can basically internal transfers. You can see everything, who bought, who holds it, info about the token, legitimizes it, no bullshit, no fake. And anyway, there's really nothing else. So here's my question. This is the question that I have when I see someone, oh, I just launched the social token. The question is, well, how can someone buy your social token? It's not on Coinbase. And I say that because Coinbase is like the #1 place that newbies go to create an account. Like me, I created an account first on Coinbase. where would you buy someone's social token if it's not being tracked or launched on an exchange that is something that you know about yet? You would go to etherscan.io, or they would give you what's called the contract address. Well, you can copy the contract address and put it into this is launching into something else, but put it into MetaMask where you can buy the token. You can buy random tokens that do exist, that are legit, that you know the contract address of. You have to enter it in, and you have to add a token to purchase. So these aren't all going to be something that you can just go to a local an online centralized exchange and find. But if you find out about the token, you can go to etherscan.io. And as long as you know the token address, you can look it up and you can find the exact contract address to make sure you're not being scammed by someone. And then you can buy it on an exchange like MetaMask. I was just going to say, if I go to holders, let me just go to more a second. Here, let me just show you this real quick. If you were like, oh, I want to buy his token, I want to spend $150,000. You basically can go over here to the contract address, go to more, and say add token to MetaMask. And there it will add the exact contract address. And so I think that people who create social tokens need to create how-to videos on how people can even buy their token, because it is a little confusing when they're not held on a primary exchange. All right, so getting to it, he basically did that. Then he created Galaxy. So if you're an artist and you're an entertainer, open social market for creators by creators. And so then you can go check this out and figure out if you want to create a token. Find creators you love, buy creator tokens, unlock access to special perks. That is basically what they're for right now. So let's talk about another thing, which is basically community tokens. If you guys like this, comment. If you want me to talk about or bring up or mention more social tokens that are popular, more people that have created them, you do not need to be an athlete. You do not need to be someone that people recognize. Anyone can create a social token. So this is just out as a side note. This is like the Galaxy white paper where they kind of create. It's actually good, but it's a lot of graphics and doesn't tell as much as I would like, but I will link it in the description of this video. I will also link the Galaxy.com in the description of the video. And these are just the two articles. So anyway, let me just go to this article, the NASDAQ. Basically, social tokens, get ready for the next massive crypto trend. And right now, community tokens is also considered a social token. So if you're not aware, Facebook has an existing social token, community token, and it is actually Diem. Diem.com. They say, welcome to the Diem project to build trusted, innovative financial network, blah, blah, blah. But basically, it's the financial cryptocurrency for Facebook. And they've got this whole thing about that. You can go check it out. But being someone that is and has purchased a lot of Facebook ads as a marketer, working for other people, working for myself, focusing on Facebook ads, I believe that probably Facebook is going to require a certain number of tokens, or maybe even in the future buy ads using their tokens and not your credit card. I don't know, but it's something to think about. I believe that every community and creator of any kind in the future will have their own token, because the world of fake is growing. Spam, scams, and fake people. And it's getting really hard to determine like who's real, who's fake. And having this documented and trackable and transparent on the blockchain is going to help creators. Like, if you think about, like, you can go to Fiverr and all these websites and have people like grow your YouTube channel or grow your Instagram, and you can buy likes and stuff like that. I mean, in shout outs is one thing, buying likes is another. And this is going to eliminate a lot of that. So I want to talk about another thing. If you are a YouTuber or a creator or someone that would like to grow your community on a community token, this is just one example. This, like, you literally can do this yourself, but I'm just giving you examples. Tokenizing YouTubers, a DeFi, which stands for decentralized, a DeFi solution to creator monetization. So if you're just someone who doesn't want to figure all this out yourself and you don't want to go create your own stuff, that's why I mentioned Galaxy as an entertainer. This is why I'm mentioning XCAD token. XCAD. It's like xcademytoken.com. Tokenize your YouTube. Basically right here, they're kind of like new. They just either are launching or have yet to launch a lot of what they offer, but they are giving people the ability to monetize and viewer loyalty for creators. It's the same thing as what I'm talking about. Is you're going to be judged on the value of your token and your market cap, not on, smash the like button. But anyway, viewers get rewarded without changing their user experience. Viewers earn creator tokens through the YouTube platform. Viewers can trade creator tokens, acquire tokens of high prospect creators, whatever. I always say high in like whatever because I always like to give to the small person. You don't need to be high profile to do this. Creator tokens can be used in connection-based services such as purchasing merchandise, social following, social followbacks, video shoutouts, exclusive content, and more. I mean, one of the things that you do is you get access to Discord channels, Telegram channels, access to private communities on chat apps, which is like Discord, stakeholder access into the community itself. As they grow, you earn from the token, experiences other people don't have, and also meet and greets with the person, the creator. Creator token holders can vote on the creator's future content, video ideas, and other decisions involved in their channel. This is so important, and one of the last things I want to talk about before I show you how to create your own for like minuscule cheap. This idea is great, but I have really thought a lot about it because as I created my own token, which is $ESC, which stands for enhancing social connectedness, I did it and then I pulled back because I thought about what is it going to give people? What utility are you giving people when they hold this token? And then the second thing to really think about is whether people will have control over what content you create and what you do. You know how there's creators and communities and people who have lots of fans and then all of a sudden they get like hopped up on drugs and like go hurt someone or they do something illegal, or that is going to drop the price of their coin. You're basically now judged on what you do, what you create, possibly what paths you take as a creator, whether people like it or don't like it, and your coin and your market cap is going to be represented in that. So I think that's very interesting and something to think about before you say, I think I'm going to create a coin. Know who you are. Create the coin to attract the people who know who you really are, and then your brand will just grow. But if you're going to be a fake person and you create a coin and then all of a sudden you do bad things that people can see, perceive as bad, then your coin market cap is going to tank. The value of your coin is going to suck and you basically aren't going to make any money. But it's not about you making money as a creator. It's about your viewers and your community being able to have their own economy, a way to make money, buy, sell, trade that coin and that digital asset. Creator NFT marketplace. These are where creators can mint their own NFTs, sell to their audience. Exclusive NFTs unlock through holding creator tokens. So basically what this means is if you buy a certain number of tokens for a particular creator, you get access to exclusive NFTs that aren't on the market in public marketplaces. Creators earn passive income every time an NFT is traded. Viewers can trade their YouTuber NFTs, and NFTs unlock exclusive creator-based benefits. Now the question is, what benefits? And that is really what's being developed right now. And so I'm going to do future videos on this that talk about what benefits. Anyway, it's 12:30. It's been 30 minutes. I'm going to wrap this up. Check these out. Another thing that you want if you're also a community for creators is rally.io. And that is a website that basically, if you're a creator or a community, you can create something here also. You launch your own coin. And I don't know what the cost of all this is because I'm about to show you right now how to do it for practically free. If you are someone who's a little bit technical and you don't want to do it on a site like this, which I don't know what they charge right now, I might figure that out and then drop it in the description. You can literally go to developers.cardano.org/showcase. And one of the options here is Cardano Token and NFT Builder. And when you click on it, it says ADA native token. And if you don't know whether it's Ethereum, Cardano, it doesn't matter what blockchain. If you're creating a social token, it's considered one of their native tokens. You want to create your own currency on Cardano and issue a specific number of native tokens. Click here, press forward, and you just immediately start in on creating. What is the symbol that you want, right? And what is the name of your token? And what's the description of it? And how many do you want to create? And drop a file logo of your token. So this actually makes you think, oh, I need to do this first. Add extra fields for metadata, press forward, and literally within minutes it says, okay, here's how much it's going to cost in Cardano for us to create this. You send that amount of Cardano to these to the address they tell you, and it creates the quantity of social/native tokens that you've identified as whatever you want to identify it as. If you want to create it as a social, a person, a community, an organization, a brand, they're all native tokens. And you just identify what you want and create it. And then when you send the quantity of ADA that they require in order to create that many, they basically send back to the wallet you sent from your coins. And you, as the holder of this wallet, become the issuer of these coins. So I hope that's somewhat interesting. If you think that you are interested and you want to know more information, or if you have a question that the other viewers might think learn from, drop a comment. If you know a community that we should interview, drop a comment. If you know a social token holder, not holder, creator, that we should know about, drop a comment. If you own a social token yourself and you created one, drop a comment, because we'd love to get you on the Thursday noon live stream and interview you. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will hold on 1 second. Let me come back here a minute. Stop sharing. Hope you guys enjoyed that. See you guys next Thursday.